morning, everyone. So today I will be talking about the book called Plymouth Plantation by William Bradford, and this is, maybe it'll focus, the cover photo of it. I have it on my Kindle, so that's where I was reading it at. This book was published in November of 2016, and it is by William Bradford. So this book is about the American ancestors who traveled first from England and then to Holland and stayed on the ship called the Mayflower, and then they sailed to Plymouth, New England. And this was in 1608 through 1620. The book is actually a journal by William Bradford, and it was written over a period of years by Bradford himself, the leader of the Plymouth colony, in Massachusetts. It is regarded as the most authoritative account of the Pilgrims in the early years of the colony in which they were founded, which is very interesting because it's like there's not very many accounts of the early years, so this was really insightful in my opinion. And the reason why I feel like this account was so important and so popular is the fact that it's stated that they actually ended up much farther north than they originally had planned to be, and they ended up creating the first permanent English settlement in New England. So I thought that was interesting and a little interesting tidbit of the book. He was able to document the long journey that they had, and it would serve as an important historical text for us in this day and age, and the fact that we are able to live vicariously through his accounts. I personally, I did not like the book to begin with because of the fact that it was really hard to get into it as it was just starting out. It was a really slow read to begin with. But towards the middle, around like maybe chapter 8, I really started to get into it, and it really started to get interesting for me. And there's stuff that I never knew because, I mean, we talked about the Mayflower and everything as kids, and we knew like what they told us in the textbook. And there was a lot of things that weren't in our textbooks that Bradford had talked about in his journals and in his book, which was really interesting for me because I had always thought that it was really cool, like, to learn about the new beginnings and everything as a kid. So as an adult, like, to find out that there was a whole bunch of new stuff that I never even knew, it was really cool for me. The way that I would build this into a lesson plan is I would probably do a 5th grade lesson or a 4th grade lesson, and I would have them do their research on the Mayflower and living on Plymouth, and I would have them write their own journals. And I feel like this would be really cool because you could read them little excerpts of William's journal and have them do their research, have them see what it was like to live in that day and age, and then I would have them journal it, and I would have them try to live like they did and have the first Thanksgiving and everything like that in the classroom. And I feel like that would be a really cool lesson to do, as well as having them tie in the vocabulary, having them recreate William's journals. I hope you enjoyed my book review, and I hope that y'all will read it as well, because it was a really, really good read. Hope y'all have a good night. Bye.